Families will love the top-rated schools nearby here, including 8th Street Elementary, known for its strong academics, and Forest High School, which offers excellent college prep programs. And if you've been following my videos, you know I've talked about the Marion Theater, a historic gem in downtown Ocala. It's perfect for date nights and couples nights out. Stick around until the end so that you can see a quick highlight of that visit there. But first, let's step in and check out why this home is such an incredible deal. Hey guys, it's Jamie, the Running Realtor, your Florida Realtor. I specialize in running a search for the best deal and the right home for you. Running for you from Orlando, all the way to the horse capital country of the world, Ocala, Florida. You go all the way to the Buccaneer Stadium in Tampa, you got it. To Daytona International Speedway and the world's most famous beach. Hey there, it's Jamie, the Running Realtor. We are gonna mix it up just a little bit today. Normally, I showcase new construction homes, but this home right here was way too good of a deal to just pass up. Not only does this home offer incredible value, but it is also in a prime Ocala location. You're just minutes from Ocala Golf Club, where you can hit the greens on a beautiful course, and Tuscarora Park, perfect for a relaxing stroll or a family outing. When it's time to grab a bite, you've got fantastic options like La Cuisine for a cozy French-inspired dinner, or Ivy on the Square for a moment to take a Southern classic. This home, as soon as you take a look at it, you're going to see what character it has. Okay, this is a beautiful home. There's a lot of updates in it. It is an older home, but it has wonderful updates, but it also has a little bit of what it came originally with, right? So when I walk in, what I see is a huge space of, a kitchen, dining room, just open floor plan, right? We have a beautiful kitchen, a dining room space and living room space right here. And when we talk about this dining room space, you're going to see this matches a lot of the things that I've talked about in my previous videos when it comes to keeping your family together, having your gatherings with family and friends. This house is perfect. But first, I'm going to walk over here. We have a wonderful closet in this area. So as soon as you walk in, you've got a place to put your shoes, your jacket, purses, things like that. That's a wonderful closet for that option. So that way you kick off your shoes and you have a place for storing all of that stuff, right? Another thing that I notice is that we have a very nice wood look ceramic flooring. So this is going to be throughout the home, and then there is carpet in the bedroom, which we'll get to that in a minute. But take a look at this wonderful space. Right? We've got an area designated for a potentially big table, right? I mean, we have like a spot there with a light and a spot there with a light. And I'm assuming that this would be kind of what would be the dining room table. But because the living room's over there, I feel like a big table of like 8, oh my God, would fit so perfectly here. And then we could have it even in the middle, right? You change out that chandelier, unless your chandelier is your thing, but you change out that chandelier. I would put something a little bit more modern there. But then you have the table right here in the middle, and look at all of that space right around the table just to, maneuver through, right? When you have a lot of people in your home, say you have a family gathering on Christmas or something, and you have 15, 20 people, you want to have space to move around and not have to be like shuffling around the stuff, right? So this area, you have plenty of space for that and so much potential. I will say that the home has some older feeling to it. There are a lot of things that, not a lot, a couple of things that could change, and so much potential in this home. But I absolutely love the potential that this home has. All right, so walking on over to the living room space, I mean, there's just so much you could put here, right? You have a lot of space over there, so you're not sacrificing. Like, you just don't have to worry about, okay, where do I put my big oversized sectional, or, you know, I like to have big sofa and then I want to have some accent chairs. Well, there's plenty of space to be creative here and be able to just make it yours and comfy, right? And one of the biggest things that I love about this living room is this part right here. This beautiful fireplace has a ceramic tile. It has like it's like a stone, very pretty stone tile on here. And then we of course have the wooden panel here for to be able to, of course, set, you know, candles or anything like that. I mean, people are creative out there for that. But then you could put a TV right on top of here. And I think probably about a 55-inch would fit just fine in here in this space. Nothing any bigger just because of this, you know, is right in the way. But I mean, it's definitely a good enough space to be able to be creative with this spot. And of course, if this is not where you want to put the TV, then we also have this huge wall where we can put a bigger TV, right? 75-inch, 80-inch TV. You got a console down here, and then you just redirect all of your chairs this way, right? So I mean, there's just so much potential in this home. We do have the vaulted ceilings in here with the wooden beams. I love that. That is my favorite. But it feels like when you walk in, it just feels very country, kind of like a barn dominium style. I could definitely see this home having been decorated at some point more ranch style, style. So I feel like that is how they had this, but I absolutely love the wooden beams. They're my favorite. Anytime I've seen these beams painted white or something, I'm like, oh, why would you do that to them? But anyways, you know, there is a lot of potential in this home. It's just such a beautiful place to build lots of memories. I do like the wainscoting that they have here, and of course over in the dining room space, it just gives it, again, kind of like that homey feel. And you know, it just gives that ranch style kind of touch to the home. Let's walk over to the kitchen. All right, so this wonderful kitchen, as you can see, will come with your dishwasher. You have a stove and you have the refrigerator. All right, so there's no microwave in this kitchen, which is fine. You could put that in here at any point. There's a way that you could probably fit it on top of the refrigerator or, you know, just even on top of the countertop. But take a look at all of this countertop space right here, all the way to the corner. I could see the corner area being like a coffee, spot where you can, kind of a coffee station. We have a Lazy Susan in this cabinet right here. Again, wonderful and convenient for lots of space, but you do have a lot of cabinet space in here. We have soft close cabinets, all right? And then they have the brassy, handles here. Again, some of these things are a little bit outdated to kind of what I've shown before, but it's still so nice and it's so doable. You know, it would be easy to move in here and, you know, just kind of live with it as it is now. And then of course, if you want to make it yours later, more to your style or more appeasing to you, that can happen too. You know, it's not going to be that difficult. All right. And over here we have this huge island. I love this island. Like I said, the cabinets are of a nice wood, soft close with the brassy touch, but these are going to be wonderful colors. I mean, the color of this granite top is beautiful. It's not the typical granite top or the more basic one that they use in most new construction. We do have a nice color. It has like a sandy color plus like a white sandy color and then some gray details in there. And it also has some little crystals that shine at an angle. So it's beautiful. It looks like over here on this side, we have some space to also store stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of space on this island as well to be able to store on either side, it looks like, your items for cooking and things like that, a crock pot, things like that. So there's a lot of space in this beautiful kitchen for so many things. Let's take a look at these cabinets. Like, oh my God, take a look at this. You know, we've got 42-inch cabinets, tall cabinets for lots of plates and cups and, you know, kitchenware, food. We also do still have a pantry, but we have tons of space for everything in here. And then of course we have the stainless steel appliances, so that makes it a lot better and easier for use in this home. Over here, we're going to find the pantry. It looks like it's a foot in depth, right? It does go wide, so you know there's a little bit of playing in here that you could do. I'm sure, I don't think you can knock down that wall or anything like that, but it seems like there is some playing space in here to be able to, no, it's kind of tight. It's definitely tight. I mean, if you put cans in here, it's usable. You know, you don't want to put anything other than certain food items. If you're one of those who likes to, you know, decorate your pantry and make it kind of nice, unless you're really creative, I don't know how else you would be able to do that, but it's usable. That is the most important part. You can definitely use this pantry for your food items, kitchen for your you know, plates and things like that. And of course, like I said, there's tons of space in there to be able to put all of your kitchenware and all that kind of stuff. All right, so walking into the laundry room from the kitchen, you're gonna find a long rectangular shape laundry room space, right? There's a lot of potential in here also. We have these older cabinets in here. They should be removed, I would say, and put, see, this one's kind of like dancing everywhere, but they definitely should be removed and, you know, placed with a nicer upper cabinet, and I would do it all the way to the end over here, you know. And now we have a lot of space again for, you know, your laundry items, or detergent, things like that, for towels, your cleaning items, things like that. It's a perfect spot for that. We have a little garden tub in here, or garden sink in here to be able to wash shoes, dirty shoes, things like that. This is the door that goes out to the pool. So you can come in through here, you dry out, put everything in here, have some hooks up for your wet bathing suits, things like that. And because the floor is a ceramic floor, you're not gonna ruin anything with dripping items, you know, things like that. So it's a good little, like, almost mud room. Now, they did take the washer and dryer, so you don't have the washer and dryer with the sale of this home. And of course, we have some imperfections here with your drywall. Not real sure why they cut the whole thing off here, but you know, it looks clean. There's no anything type of growth or anything inside the wall. And I do like that this sits a little bit lower for those higher washer and dryers that come nowadays. So I could definitely see a nice tall washer and dryer here. All right, and over on this way, we're gonna find the half bathroom, which is perfect, again, coming from the pool area. You dry up, you change in here, and it has a cool little pocket door, so it's perfect for use, and very useful from the outdoors coming in. All right, so I'm gonna save the best for last, which is out that way. So we're gonna go this way through the house, and we're gonna go down this hall and find the 4 bedrooms and the 2 bathrooms. So this home has 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, but as we walk this way, you're gonna find the 2 bathrooms and the 4 bedrooms. Let's walk on. All right, so walking into the first guest bath, so we went to the half bath over on the other side where the laundry was, and then we're gonna walk into the first bath that this home has. This is a full bath, right? We have the 2 double sink vanity. This is an older style vanity, okay? But again, like I said, this home is move-in ready, right? This home to me is perfect for a person who's just like, okay, I can afford this home. My priorities are a nice community with nice schools, a good size home with the size of the bedrooms, you know, with the bedrooms that we have, but also with a pool, right? Our kids like to play outside. You want to make them play outside. And the pool is like the you know, reason why you purchased this home, right? It is a nice home coming in, like I mentioned, but then you do have some of these older style, you know, details that, well, some people don't like, okay? And I'm used to talking about more modern homes because every time I do my videos, they're more new construction homes, right? So we do have a detail here. I do like this light. It does look somewhat modern, I think, and I think it's easy to you know, use with any other decoration. I don't like the black, you know, top, unless we do like a white bottom or like a gray. It would look nice. And if you painted everything in the walls. The walls, as you can see, are textured. So I don't like that. I do like the more smoother wall, but this one is quite textured. And then we have the wainscoting as well. Wainscoting is one of those things that, you know, you either like it or you don't, right? It adds a little country or a little warmth to the home, or you want more of a contemporary modern I would say cold, you know, environment, right? And so this one gives it that warm environment, I think. And then of course we have the dark brown cabinet at the bottom with the more antique, you know, detail. And again, not my favorite, okay? And then of course, going on this way, I think this is a nice shower. I do like these inserts here for your shampoo and soap dish, you know, kind of thing. I don't like the brown. Brown isn't my favorite on details of the home. And I don't like brass. I like more of a maybe gold. I like more of a silver. But if brass is your thing, this is where you want to be, right? We have the ceramic tile all the way to the top, making the bathroom look a little bit more taller, bigger, you know, more space. We have a tub here, and then of course all of the brass fixtures. Over on this way, you're going to find a little closet for like a linen closet. It looks like there used to be some type of water heater. It was a water heater closet at some point. But so they have the connection there. It's going to be something that you probably want to remove from there somehow. But they do have this as the you know, cover for the closet, and then the toilet right here. All right, so we're gonna walk in to the first bedroom. So down the hall to the left is the bathroom that we just talked about, and to the right we're gonna find this bedroom. I don't know why they did the flooring only in this bedroom, and then the other bedrooms, even the master, have carpet. Not my favorite. We'll go over that when we get there. But this is a really nice flooring all the way into this bedroom. Like I said, this is going to be a good 11 by 10 bedroom space. Very comfortable. I could totally see us putting a, you know, full-size bed in here, nothing bigger, or even bunk beds. You know, bunk bed will come out to about, you know, like a twin top will come out to about here with a full to here if you're having to share or using this room as a guest bedroom. But it is a quite large room, more than anything longer than it is, you know, wider this way. But I feel like you have a lot of space to play with. And this is the room that has the view to the backyard and the pool in the backyard. Over on this way, they don't have the closet doors. I'm assuming maybe, you know, being that it's an old home, the closet doors just wouldn't stay on. Or those folding doors, perfect. It's better for you anyways. Easily you can put some sliding doors in here, and then, or curtains if that's your taste. But we do have a large closet here, right? We have a lot of space on either side of the closet to be able to, you know, play with. You can put a kind of like a customized closet. I always like talking about that. Those closets where you can customize and put in shelving and things like that, and just maximize really the floor space into the closet. So I love that about this room. And yeah, it's a good sized room. I would say the ceiling's in here about 8 feet. So, you know, we have a good sized room in here too. All right, so coming out of that first bedroom, over this way, we have bedroom number 2 and then bedroom number 3 right here. So we're gonna walk on over here. When I walked into this room, I was like, is this the master bedroom, but it doesn't have a bathroom? No, it's not. This is gonna be a, I would say it's like a 13 by 13 almost, maybe a 12 by 12. It's a large room. I don't like the carpet. You know, carpets always keep a certain smell, especially from a previous owner. You don't want to have that. But, you know, it's easy to, again, live in. I would say that you can wash this carpet. It is in pretty good condition. I don't see any significant stain or dirtiness that, you know, would make it, you know, gross to come into and live in. But it definitely is, you know, a nice carpet that you can, like I said, clean up. Carpet's not my favorite, so eventually, if I were buying this home, I would put in the same flooring if I could find it, or something similar. But it is a very big bedroom. We have a wonderful view of the back yard right here with the pool. This window would be perfect for a king size bed. So this could be actually like a guest bedroom. A wonderful space for a king size bed, 2 little chairs there, maybe even like a, you know, chair or like a bench, something like that. This is obviously where they had a TV right here. So it's a comfortable area to have, invite your guests to stay in, right? And then over here, we have our sliding door with our closet. I like sliding doors better because sliding doors are just easy to move. Folding doors, have the little hooks that as soon as you pull them out, and little children pull them out and literally pull them off the railing. So this is a lot easier to use, and it makes the room look a little more, chic and modern. Okay, and coming out of room number 2, we walk into room number 3. I do like that about this house. I typically like the ranch style home, right? Where the master bedroom, or split plan, sorry. This is still a ranch style home. But the split floor plan, I usually like that because the master bedroom's on one side of the home, and then we have the other bedrooms on the other side. But I do like the concept of this because if you have a young child, you want to be able to hear him or her quickly and go and help them, right? Again, I don't like the master bedroom being right next to the kitchen, just because there's not enough privacy. So I do like this layout of this floor plan quite a bit, and we're going to be walking into the master bedroom next. Right behind the door, we have the folding closet that we talked about. This is a smaller closet. As you can see, I'm touching both walls here in the closet. So it's a smaller closet. With the other ones, I was able to reach farther. I would definitely take these off. This one, although these are pretty sturdy right now. I don't feel any flexibility or, jiggling when I move them. But yeah, this is, again, a nice carpet in the room. I don't see a ton of stains or anything. I don't see any stain really on the floor. You see a little bit of tracking on the floor, just a little bit of darkness, and then some other lightness. So that's where, they were able to walk on quite a bit. I would put again, queen size bed in here, or I'm sorry, a full size bed in here, maybe a queen, and you still have a lot of space around to move around. It looks like this wall is where maybe a TV was put, because I see the cable right here. So that's perfect. That would be the direction that this, room is toward. We have bright light in the bedroom with these windows right here. And I like that you have shades, right? Shades are expensive. So coming in, move-in ready with the shades, that's amazing, and that's super helpful. So the only thing you would have to pay extra for just to move in would be the washer and dryer that we originally talked about. But otherwise, it's move-in ready. And then, of course, later on, if you want to do your repairs or changes, you could always do that. Let's go walk into the masterpiece of the home. All right, so walking out from that bedroom, we have a hallway linen closet, perfect for all of your storage stuff. We have a closet in here that I'm not really sure, how to use it. The walk-in closet is quite large, which I'll show you in just a second, but this, I'm not really sure how to use it. But again, I don't understand the concept of no doors on these closets, but you do have space to hang up your stuff in there. And then as we walk in, this room is going to be approximately, I would say, about a 14 or 13 or 14 by 13, something like that. So it's a very big bedroom. I could see a nice king size bed right here, and take a look on either side of the bed. If you put a king size bed right here, or even it looks like over here, there's a lot of space to be able to play with in this room and still maneuver around the room. You could put a dresser over there, TV right over here. So this is a big wall to have your TV on, and then a dresser below it, and then your bed either this way or have your bed out here, and you have a lot of room to play with. We walk over on this way, and we have the front view of the home with our blinds, very nice blinds. None of them look chewed up or broken or anything. So that's a plus when moving in, right? Wanting something move-in ready. And then right over this way, we have a very nice long walk-in closet. Okay, so for our walk-in closet, we have a pocket door. I do like pocket doors. I feel like they're super efficient in homes. Why have so many flapping doors everywhere? That's just annoying. But as you can see, I'm coming all the way back here, and we have a lot of, space, floor space here to put, shoes, shelving, things like that. I would 100% make this into a custom closet. Make sure that I have space for my shoes, purses and accessories and all that kind of stuff, and just leave them in here. That way everything is where it belongs. So it's a very nice closet. Let's go on this way to the master. All right, so here we are again with a pocket door. We do have a really good efficient pocket door. It's moving very smoothly, so I do love that about this. These doors, just very efficient, right? And we're gonna walk into this bathroom. Okay, so over here we have our little toilet. Not my favorite. I always like toilets separate. In a master bedroom, toilets need to be separate. I always like, in my previous videos where I talk about those, master closets going toward the master bathroom, and then you go in, it's like a hallway, bedroom, hallway, and then you kind of walk in, you see the closets, and you keep walking in, and then you see the bathroom, right? And typically those bathrooms have like its own little space for the toilet. That is a private area. I need a door, let's put that away. So I like that separate. It is very close to the shower. You know, it is what it is, but this shower is wonderful. Let me show you this. So take a look, very heavy door, okay? I mean, I'm moving it easily, but it's because it's very well put into the wall. Heavy, thick glass, so it's not like you're feeling it move on the wall or anything like that. This, yeah, is, but I guess that's how they're supposed to be. But what I mean by that is that you're just not seeing like a lot of flexibility. And then we have on this in here, we have the handheld feature for showering, and then of course the shower in this area. Let's turn it on real quick. I was thinking the head is right there. Okay, so we have the shower head right over here, and we have the handheld portion right here, and we have a seat in the corner to be able to, shave, sit, gotta relax, gotta get some steam in, got a cold, whatever else. So that's a really cool little shower. I do love the colors. I don't mind the kind of brassy brown look on the tile. And then of course we have the ceramic around. So it's a very pretty bathroom. Over here, we have more of over this way, we have a granite countertop, older style, vanity bottoms. I do like that we have a lot of space in the drawers. They are soft close as well, quite large drawers for storage space. We have a lot of storage space below here, and then they are double sink with the glass. So this is pretty. I do like this. I would maybe paint it white or something just to give it more brightness to this bathroom. But it is a pretty bathroom and a very pretty master unit altogether. Are you not entertained? If that was not enough, what we have seen in this home, I have to show you the piece of resistance in this home, the beautiful piece of this home, right? We have a Florida room out here. They do need, some screens. This screen is on, but it's broken at the bottom. And then of course we don't have any screen right here. So you're gonna wanna be able to replace the screen in this Florida room and really be able to enjoy this space. But I mean, take a look. We have, I don't know what the shelvings here are for necessarily, but we have a lot of space to be able to put a nice little outdoor table and just enjoy Florida weather. Right now, Florida's weather, it was warm in the past couple of days and then it dropped again. So this morning it was about 53 degrees. Right now I would say it's about 70 degrees out here, maybe a little bit less, about 60, maybe 65, 69 degrees, somewhere around there. It's perfect outside right now to enjoy this outdoor space, have an outdoor grill out here. It's beautiful. Again, we have no screen here, so you're going to want to replace this. No screen door, of course. We have all of this walking space. And then of course, take a look at this beautiful pool, right? I mean, can you imagine having fun with your children out here, being able to enjoy this outdoor space? I love this area. There's so much potential in this backyard. The yard completely, so this property land is almost an acre. It's about 0.82 acres. So we have lots of space for imagination. There's a lot of space back here to be able to put, little playground sets, swings, there's a lot of things, space to be able to do things out here. And the best thing about this home and this area is that there's no HOA and no CDD. So by the side gate, you have a double gate that fits a trailer. So if you wanted to store your trailer back here, you have an RV or something like that you want to store back here, you can go ahead and do that. The next door neighbor has it in the front driveway area. You can put it in the backyard, you can store it in the front yard, and you're not going to have any issues with HOA or anybody bothering you about that. So let's take a very good look at this pool, okay? All right, so I like to point out that we have some very red brick here. So this was just recently replaced, it looks like, and it's very pretty. And as you can see, we have quite a bit more over there to replace if you needed to. One thing I wanted to mention about Florida pools, people always are afraid of, oh my God, I don't want to pay, maintenance, pool maintenance. Well, once a month, to pay $112 to clean your pool out, $110, $15 to clean your pool out, and have the flexibility of just having this right here in your backyard is, that wins over everything, right? And another thing I wanted to mention that people immediately think, oh, I have to cover my pool with an enclosure. If you want to do that, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's okay too. And I'm going to tell you why. The trees back here, there's only one tree and it's all the way over here. Take a look at this big tall tree. All right. It's far away. Will leaves fall in it? Maybe. Some might trickle into there, but it's not like it's going to, take over the entire pool where you have to be constantly cleaning. But the good thing about not having a pool enclosure is that it keeps your pool warmer than any other pool with enclosure by about 20 to 30 degrees. So during this time frame that you might want to be able to use your pool, you can't because you have an enclosure that is keeping your pool cool. Now, if you're okay with the pool being cool, then hey, that's totally fine too, right? But I'm just saying for those that want to be able to enjoy the pool and not have it pretty cold, it gets down to at least, 60 degrees or so, 70 degrees. So it's kind of cold. It's not as enjoyable. Then if you want it to keep it warm, then don't put the enclosure. Now you can enjoy this whole open space out here in the backyard. All right, guys, so we have reached the portion of our tour where we talk about the academies, right? This segment is called the academies. And why do we talk about the academies? Well, a lot of people come from out of state of Florida or maybe South Florida coming up to Ocala, and they want to know what schools are we zoned for? What are the good schools in the area? And I'm going to tell you that information, okay? So right now, the schools that are available for this area is, as elementary school, is going to be the 8th Street Elementary School, which I had mentioned previously in the start of this video. There are approximately 405 students in the school, so it's a good sized school, definitely. It looks like it's an older style school, brick building, things like that, but it has a lot of character and it's known for its academics. So that's a really good opportunity to raise your children in a school of that kind. We have Forest High School that is also rated highly for their academics, and they have 2,383 students in the school. So the high school has a mixture of demographics, of course. So that makes your child very inclusive. We have all of the cultures in this school, and that's what I like about Ocala, Florida. You come here and you don't have to worry about any feeling of segregation or any of that kind of stuff. You have a lot of culture here in Ocala, Florida, and it just continues to grow. So I do love that about here. The student to teacher ratio is going to be 23-1. Student to teacher ratio in the high school. So I think that's good. And it gives the teachers enough opportunity to be able to, give enough attention to all the children. When it comes to the middle school that is zoned for this area, we have Ocala Charter Middle School, and then we have Fort King Middle School as well. Each one has quite a bit of students. So the Ocala Charter Middle School is going to be 201 student and a 15-1 teacher to student ratio. And the Fort King Middle School is going to have 1,092. We have a 20-1 teacher to student ratio. That rating for that school is going to be a 3 out of 10. But of course, make sure that you do your due diligence when you're moving up to this area. These are just suggestions of what's close by and what you're potentially zoned for. But just make sure that you are definitely doing your due diligence if you want your child to be zoned for the right school, or you're willing to take them yourself. Just make sure that you're doing your due diligence, because these are just suggestions for the area. Let's move on to the section that I call the financials. All right, guys, we are here in the section of the financials. And what do I call the financials? Like, what am I talking about, right? So what I'm talking about in the financial segment is, what is it going to cost me to get into this home? How much is it going to cost me to get in? what am I going to be paying monthly? I will be giving you that information. Now, I want to make sure that you understand I am a realtor. I am not a lender. I don't have these exact numbers. I'm not supposed to be giving you exact numbers. These are approximate estimated numbers for you. So it is there are differences according to credit and, debt to income. And there's a lot of differences in, when you qualify for a home, how much you will be paying personally. So that's why I'm giving you estimates. I'm just trying to make it easier and let you know what it would be like. Okay. So for this home, approximately the mortgage, what you pay toward principal and interest will be $2,624 a month. And that includes the property taxes of $422 a month into your mortgage payment. And then, of course, you have homeowners insurance, which will be $161 a month. Now, that one, I don't know how accurate that is. It is an older home. It was built in 1981. So you're going to want to make sure that you get the best quote for you, for this home. But there's a lot of different options out there. There are no HOA fees, so you don't have to worry about that at all. That's a good thing. When it comes to, living here, you don't have to worry about HOA fee, like I mentioned. And it's a good thing because you're going to be able to put in your, RV or trailer or whatever you want in the backyard. So the total approximate payment that you're going to be paying for this home is going to be approximately $3,460. That's going to include your mortgage payment, your insurance, and also your utilities bill, so power and water. That's going to be the approximate number that you'll be paying a month, right? That's not including your cable and all the other things that you're going to add to it, but that's what it's going to be a month for this home. So you have a lot of opportunity to bring that payment down. Ask your lender how you can do that. There's ways to buy down your interest rate. There's also ways of if you put a lot more toward your loan as a down payment. So there's a lot of different ways to finagle that and make your monthly payment a little bit lower. So that's something that you might want to talk to your lender if that's something that you want to do. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the final segment of an outgoing personal bill. Okay. So what was your name again? Leighton, and you are the
business development manager with the Riley Arts Center and Marion Theater.
And so we're today at the Marion Theater.
We're at the Marion Theater.
Okay.
Historic Marion Theater, built in 1941.
Okay.
So we show second run films. So we only show like old favorites, and we do classics. That's what we're doing today. We're getting ready for classics and cocktails.
Oh.
We do that every month. It's super fun. We show a classic film. Our team puts together a custom cocktail that goes with it that's thematic.
Oh, okay.
So we have like a pretty regular local following of people that come and know.
Very cool.
And get the cocktail. They're always extra delicious. I like to be the model for the cocktail so that I can sample it. So,
you get to try it first.
Yes.
Make sure that it's not poisoned, like I tell my kids. Gotta make sure it's not poisoned.
Exactly.
That's funny. And what is today's classic?
Today we are showing American Werewolf in London.
Oh, I love it. So Halloween themed.
Yes, the whole month is Halloween themed. So
I love it.
Showing we've got Coco, which is kid friendly. We have Hocus Pocus, which is
I love that. I was just showing my boys.
Favorite.
Yeah.
What else are we showing?
What is it?
Hocus Pocus, Coco.
The Ring.
The Ring.
Mm-hmm. The Rain?
The Ring.
Oh, The Ring. Okay, the old one.
And then Rocky Horror Picture Show at the end of the month, like Halloween. So
I love that.
Yes.
And so that's once a week?
We are Thursday through Sunday. So
okay.
We show all the films regularly throughout that, and Saturdays are free for kids.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah,
I just saw you guys got some pumpkins. Is that for the popcorn?
That's for the Saturday showing from one of our sponsors.
Okay.
And we are locally sponsored each month, and they sponsor our theater because we're a nonprofit.
Oh.
And so we attach their logo to everything, and then they get to have a special event included in their sponsorship.
Okay.
And TJM is one of our sponsors this month, and they are giving out like Halloween candy buckets.
Just a quick shout out to TJM. What do they do?
They I'm gonna totally botch what TJM does. They are, they provide like custom products for like large scale products.
Printing.
Like printing.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, shirts, hats.
Cups. Oh, okay. Very cool.
TJM on one side, Marion Theater on the other.
Okay. So any business owners that are coming to move down to Ocala, they can reach out to TJM.
Yes,
okay.
they can. Totally.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
All right. So back to here, the
here.
theater.
Yes.
So what are the other events you were mentioning?
We do, so Rocky Horror at the end of this month is a shadow cast. We have a local theater group that, so they make it interactive.
Cool.
It's wildly entertaining and ridiculous. And we also do stand-up comedy, and we do that once a month. That's called Sit Down for Stand Up. And we also have live music. So we do live concerts typically once a month, but it just depends on the schedule.
Are those oldies too typically?
Yes, I think next month we have like James Taylor, not actual James Taylor, a James Taylor tribute.
Right.
If the real James Taylor was coming, I would freak
It
out.
would fill out.
Yeah,
it would fill up
in like 2 minutes. So yeah, we do that here, and then over at the Riley, we have a full schedule. Same days of the week, same like Thursday through Sunday events.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a different venue. It seats 700 in the main stage theater, and then we have our black box theater that is for smaller events, for theater in the round, jazz shows, blues shows. We've got
ballets. I'm assuming for Christmas.
Oh, we have so much beautiful Nutcracker.
Oh, I love
December. The professional company from Gainesville comes down, and they do the Nutcracker for I think it's almost a whole week this year.
Wow.
So it's beautiful.
Very cool.
Yeah, and we're the home for the Ocala Symphony, which is magnificent. And opening weekend is this weekend.
Okay.
And then next weekend, we have the symphony accompanying the silent film Metropolis, which is very like Halloween, spooky, and that one's going to be really cool too.
I
so
love
it's
that.
A little bit different. But
Oh,
our
that's very
season
cool.
for the symphony is October to April. So we've got one a month, one weekend a month at least for our subscribers, and then we have other special concerts sprinkled throughout. So,
Okay. And for more information about this place, how do they
you
find
can
it?
go to mariontheater.org
Okay.
and RileyArtCenter.com.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
you can get to the Riley or the Marion's page from either one of those. So
And this would be a good place, you said, for like date night.
yes, especially because tickets are only $5.
Okay.
And we have a full bar, and our popcorn is delicious.
Awesome. and
Yes.
popcorn is what you serve for like to eat, correct? To
Yes,
snack on.
you
But who wants
yes.
who wants to eat anyways when you have a liquid diet?
exactly exactly. But there's adorable restaurants like within a walking distance. And you can eat and then come to the movies, or come to the movies and then go eat dinner. And downtown we have live music on the square pretty much every weekend. I think it started this week.
Okay.
So they have local artists on the square last night. I'm so sad that I missed it. There was a sax squatch. And
What is that?
It was a
Like a Sasquatch dressed
playing
up?
a saxophone.
I love it. That's funny.
And I'm so sad that I missed it. I literally stayed home on the couch, and I could have seen a Sasquatch playing a saxophone.
I mean,
on the
where
square.
can you get that?
I know. So
Only in Ocala. That's fun.
Is
that a water heater?
That looks like a water heater robot Donald Trump.
Yeah. Oh,
Only
is
in
that what that
Ocala.
was?
Only in Ocala. Oh my
I
gosh.
love it. That's
I'm gonna
fun.
like melt away now.
You can't get horses without
That's
Trump.
right.
You know that's true.
That is so true.
Okay, guys, so we have reached the end of this tour, and I want to recap all of the amazing features of this wonderful single family home, right? As soon as you walk in, you're gonna see vaulted ceilings, a great space that is continuous between the living room, dining room, and kitchen, right? A very open space. You're gonna have the wooden beams and vaulted ceilings when you come in. You have ceramic floor throughout most of the home. In the kitchen, you're gonna find a backsplash, granite countertops, soft close cabinets. You're also gonna have the appliances, the stove, the dishwasher, the refrigerator. Walking on into the laundry room, you have a great sized laundry room. On the other side of the home, you're gonna find 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, and you're gonna have granite countertops over there as well with carpet in the bedrooms, okay? And the biggest part, more valuable to me, part of this home is the size of the lot and the pool. The size of the lot is 0.82, and you also have a beautiful pool out there. The sun is hitting it right now. Just imagine being able to spend some beautiful family time outside with that wonderful backyard and pool, right? And you get all of this for the price of $460,000. If you are wanting to relocate to Florida, buy or sell your home, please make sure that you call me, Jamie, the Running Realtor, and let me do the running for you. Thanks, guys. If you like any of these kind of videos and this home isn't exactly what you're looking for, I specialize in running to search for the best deal and the right home for you. So please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on all of the wonderful homes I post about every week. This is my videographer, my son, Champ Terrell. Got anything to say, buddy? Are you happy to be here?
Kinda, yeah.
It's a sunny, hot day, huh? We're sweating, it's hot out here.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you click the notification bell so you don't miss on any future content. And if you're ready for more, click right here to watch my next video. See you there.